Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Steven the Laggy Gamer, and I'm actually back with a actual game discussion video. I'm going to be talking about a game, maybe two, or kind of like a little series thing here. But anyway, probably mainly on one game, and you'll see it in the title. But I'm sitting here in the not so good looking, but very comfortable recliner, which I'm starting to wear in. And man, I'm starting to really love this chair. But anyways, yeah, let's get to it. Past week or two, or 2 weeks, I'd say. There's been a series I've been really wanting to play. And you know, Dustin just did a Castlevania video that he talked about, a Portrait of Ruin, I believe it was. These Metroidvania type games. And, you know, that is a series and a genre that I played Monster Tale and really liked that one, but it's one I'm not too fond of. I hate backtracking in games, going back and forth, trying to find hidden items and stuff. It kind of gets on my nerves. And I was playing the original Metroid on my 3DS Ambassador Program deal. And man, I mean, that game is just, it's not that tough, but the navigation in it, I can't remember where to go. Everything looks the same. I'm so lost. It's just different shades of colors, and it just drove me nuts. I'm like, man, people really love this series, but maybe most of them didn't get their start on the original Metroid. Well, I got to play Metroid Fusion, which, yes, I'm talking about the Metroid series here. That's the games I'm playing. Like I said, seen the title. The only Metroid game I had played before this, actually completed, was Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance. I can't remember a thing from it. I mean, it was so long ago, I don't remember the storyline or anything. Like I said, if you know me, I have a bad memory. I can't remember games sometimes that I beat last year, the storylines. It's that bad. I'm probably going to lose my mind when I get older. But, after hearing Dustin's video, I really wanted to give these type of game styles another try. And what better way than start with Metroid? And I wanted to start with Super Metroid instead of the original, because that's the one that's highly acclaimed, and you know, I really wanted to play through that, and I did. And just for a quick summary of that one, I loved that game. That game was amazing, and I could see why people heralded as their favorite Super Metro or SNES game. I'm not going to talk about that one in this video, though. I'm going to be talking about Metroid Zero Mission. That's another one that I just complete. Now, why am I playing all these? I wanted to at least play Metroid Zero Mission, Super Metroid, and Metroid Fusion again. Because I plan on doing a mini-sode with Dustin, or maybe if we can get someone else in there who has some Metroid knowledge, and just doing a podcast basically on those 2D Metroid games and how much we enjoyed those. And I have to say, I'm really loving it. I can understand why people love these. Not really the style of the game, but it is so much fun when you find a game like these Metroid games that just have perfect platforming and control. Some iffy stuff in Super Metroid as far as the controls, but Metroid Zero Mission, the one I want to talk about, was just the controls were just flawless in it to me. And yeah, Metroid Zero Mission, if you don't know, because I don't see too many actual videos on that game. I see a lot on Metroid or Super Metroid, but not Zero Mission. It's kind of an enhanced remake of the first Metroid, which, if you don't know, the storyline is pretty simple, which I don't know, that's another thing. I don't see how people back in the day could understand the storyline through, like, an NES, but I guess maybe it's in the manual. It's, you follow Samus Aran, who's just a bounty hunter in space, female bounty hunter. Spoilers alert if you don't know already. But she's been sent out on this mission to planet Zebes. I'm not sure how they say it. There's no voice acting or nothing in the game. So Zebes. She's going there to investigate these space pirates who are trying to like capture these Metroids, which are these life-sucking parasites. They can drain the life out of you. They're trying to figure out a way to use them as weapons, or their technology as weapons or something. And yeah, she's just gone down to pretty much get rid of them all and lay waste to them, as a bounty hunter should. So pretty simple storyline, but that's all you need because it's pretty awesome. And you just go down on this planet and you're exploring. It's wonderful, different uh, veins, I like to call them, since it's Metroidvania. I know people in the chat were giving me a hard time about it. Hey, it sounded pretty cool to me. So I'm discovering these veins on this planet and all the different locales and locations that you're exploring in this little world. It's like, man, they did this on the NES. But when I played it, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it because I guess the simplicity of the graphics you had to deal with back then. But on this enhanced remake, it just looked beautiful. It looked beautiful on the handheld, the worlds with their different colors and settings and environments. I just really enjoyed it. What really sets it apart from other games, maybe even in past, is its soundtrack. Now, the soundtrack in Zero Mission isn't as good as the Super Metroid one, but it's still great stuff. The classic sounds that you hear in many videos that people use for intros or outros or just throughout videos and stuff, a lot of them are from the Metroid series, and they're just amazing. The music is just awesome in those games, especially Zero Mission. And like I said, one of the great things with Zero Mission, since it was a remake, and it has some added on stuff at the end, which I won't spoil if you haven't played it, so play the original Metroid, do yourself a favor, play the remake, and see what they added on to the end. You might like it. But yeah, just the controls were fantastic in this game. That's why I really enjoyed it so much. Even more so the controls than in Super Metroid. Super Metroid had that wall jump that, unless you had a lot of practice and knew what to look for, kind of tough to pull off. But in here, you don't have to worry about none of that. You just have an auto spin attack that can just keep going, going and going. Screw attack, I should say. So it's pretty easy how they handled it for the remakes and stuff. But anyways, yeah, gameplay, platforming, action platforming at its best. It's just, if you don't know Metroidvania, you're set in to explore these different caverns, caves. I call them veins in this planet, and you go to a door. Maybe you don't have something that can open it yet, but you keep exploring. You find a new item or weapon. You come back, do some more exploring, and you know what? It wasn't as tedious as I thought. Main reason being, there was a map. There's a nice little map like they had in Fusion, just up in the upper right hand corner, and where you push pause, you got a full screen view of it. That does so many wonders for helping a guy like me along in a game. Going through Metroid on the Master Program, the original, wow, not having a map and probably having to sit down and do your own, I'm not patient enough to do stuff like that. I want to get in and play and get going. But in this one, it was just awesome because the map, you couldn't get lost. If you needed to know where to go, you just go exploring or find that place you haven't, that door you haven't opened yet. It'll be on your map, color coded, and just discovering secret areas and stuff. It was just awesome. And the coolest things of this were the seamless upgrading and utilization of the upgrades you find throughout the game. It was so rewarding when you run into one of those upgrades and you hear the music. When you find some more missiles or you find some more super missiles and you hear that music, it's just great. And I just really enjoyed, and they incorporated, and Super Metroid had the same feature. When you found a new upgrade for your weapon, uh, your beam, it would all just coincide with one another. You wouldn't have to switch back and forth between the weapon styles. It would just be a stronger beam with ice, and then a spread shot type of deal. It would just, or wave, and it would just all be as one power up. You wouldn't have to switch between them. So I thought that was awesome. Just seamless power ups. You never have to go through menus to take something on or off. You just build yourself up to this unstoppable force and you just go. It's just awesome when you get everything. And I think, well, I mean, I got 73% of all the items and stuff. I did get all the suit pieces, but only 73% of the items that I found that level you up, energy tanks and such. So really, really fun platforming with great music and great gameplay. The boss fights were pretty challenging, more challenging in Super Metroid, just because the controlling did feel better in Zero Mission. I mean, they had plenty more time to work on controls since Super Metroid was made. So, but the boss fights in Super Metroid were a lot tougher than in Zero Mission. But Zero Mission, I felt like the challenge was there. I think the problem that I had was I really loved exploring, doing something I didn't think I'd want to do, the veins in all these areas, and finding all these upgrades, and it made me pretty strong to where, I mean, bosses couldn't really, I mean, they would hit me, but I had so much energy tanks and stuff that they couldn't really ever threaten my life. The worst, the toughest part for me was at the very end of the bonus stuff that's on the end. During a sequence during that is where I experienced the most trouble in the whole game. And if you know what it is, it's pretty much right at the end of the sequence, and you'll know what I'm talking about because I didn't go into that with much life, and I was just having to restart over and over. So, oh yeah, as you say, I don't have a physical copy of that game. I had Super Metroid on my virtual console, and I actually did the thing of that. I really don't like doing it unless I have a copy of the game, and I played a ROM of Zero Mission. But luckily, I do have one in the post that's on the way here, and I just re- I just realized I said post. I've been watching too much of my northern friends up there in Canada. Oh man, I got one in the mail on the way here. So that's one I have to own because I want to get 100% in it, and I want to do it truthfully, just using save states. Because I will admit, I used with just save rooms. I used save states on that ROM just in case, because I just wanted to get through the game and really enjoy some parts. Where if I saw something that looked like it was gonna be tough coming up, I made sure I save. Or if I got through a tough part, I'd use a save state. But anyways, man, I don't know which more I could say about this. I feel like I'm talking 100 miles an hour. Basically because I'm trying to get this video done before the wife and kid get home. They're going to be bringing some dinner, and I'm kind of hungry. So I don't want any interruptions for it. But yeah, just really look forward to diving into all three of these handheld or all three of these 2D games with Dustin. And I mean, if we can, we'll get someone else on there for a mini-sode because it is a series that does deserve its own mini-sode on the podcast, like the other games that we did mini-sodes on. And it's going to be a blast. So, and if you want to hear about my thoughts on Super Metroid, that's going to be the place you're going to have to go to check it out. But I really want to talk about Zero Mission here. I'm not sure what else I could say. I really want to get into the Prime series. I tried playing Metroid Prime on the GameCube, and just something about the controls. I want to say I couldn't reverse the plasma gun or something. I couldn't get it. Just aiming and stuff, I found difficult in it. But I do have the trilogy on the Wii. That might be the way I want to give that series a try, because I hear nothing but great things about Corruption, Metroid Prime 3, and I don't want to just jump the gun. I'm really liking the storyline that's going on with this Metroid series and how they all kind of connect. So, and I do have the Return to Samus for Game Boy. So that's going to be one I'm going to pop into just to get that full effect of the storyline, even though I already played Super Metroid, which is ahead of that one. So, again, I don't know what more I could say. If you haven't played Zero Mission, do yourself a favor, go get it. You can probably find it pretty cheap. It didn't cost me too much to get it card only. So, yeah, look forward to the mini-sode on it. Hopefully, we'll be doing an actual podcast here sometime in February is coming up, so that means there'll be a new episode. And yeah, I won't say the guest yet because it's not finalized or anything. We still got to talk to the person, see if they're ready to go. But other than that, yeah, stay tuned. Maybe that mini-sode will come first before that. We'll see. But other than that, be sure to check out the Another Gaming Podcast Facebook fan page, community group page on Facebook. I'll leave a link in it below. We just reached over 100 likes today, which is a goal we really wanted to get on there. So it was awesome that 100 people came over and liked it. We're always posts. Dustin's like a champ on there, posting stuff. So is Chance. I thought I was going to be the one posting all sorts of stuff on there, but they've taken over and done all sorts of great stuff on that Facebook page. Well, I've been slammed here with getting the baby's room ready and stuff. It's kind of busy, so excuse me with some absences of videos and stuff take a while, because that's the more important thing going on right now. But anyways, probably going to get started on Fusion here now that Zero Mission and Super Metroid are done. Maybe try to do something as a little breather or break in between it. I don't know, maybe some Battlefield 4 or something online to break the monotony. But anyways, it's been a fun ride so far, the Metroid series. So anyways, I guess that's about it. So stay tuned for those episodes of the podcast. And it's Laggy Gamer, and I'm lagging out.